Good morning, students. This is 11th standard botany video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson Taxonomy and Systematic Botany. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is taxonomy, what is systematic botany, and what is ICN, basic principles of ICN, and then we have seen different taxonomical hierarchy. Then what is species, different types of species, morphological species, biological species, and phylogenetic species. Now, in this video, we are going to see the codes of nomenclature. Dear students, before going to see the codes of nomenclature, we are going to see important 3-mark question, that is differences between taxonomy and systematic. First one, taxonomy. That means classifying organism into taxa. That means based upon the taxa, that means characters, we are classifying the organism. That is known as taxonomy. Systematic is a broad field of biology to study the diversification, that means differences among the species. That is said to be systematic. First one, classifying the organism based upon the taxa or character. Here systematic means, what is that one? What are all the differentiation present among the species? Then second point, taxonomy, which means naming of a plant, description of a plant, identification of a plant, and specimen preservation. But systematic, which are showing the evolutionary history and phylogenetic relationship in addition to taxonomy. So they are giving the entire detail about the taxonomy, as well as they are giving what is that one? Evolutionary history and phylogenetic relationship. Third one, taxonomy means classification, then we are giving the name, nomenclature equal to taxonomy. But systematic means taxonomy plus phylogeny equal to systematic. Dear students, this table column is very, very important. So kindly note important marks in your textbook. Dear students, next we are going to see codes of nomenclature. That means ICN, which are framing the rules and regulation to name the particular plants. The International Botanical Congress was held in every 6 years. Is the important 1-mark question. Based upon the changes occur in the rules and regulation taken place in the International Botanical Congress, the classification of species is also changed, and these changes are published in the website. That is said to be codes of nomenclature. Dear students, the 18th International Botanical Congress was held in Melbourne in the year 2011, Australia. They made certain rules and regulation. Those changes are given here. First one, the code now permits electronic publication of names of new taxa. So electronic publication means through website or internet, we have to give the new names of the plant based upon the newly formed character. That is said to be new taxa. That is the first rules. The code permits electronic publication of names of a new taxa. Second one, Previously, we have seen the ICBN principles. All the description of a plant should be in the Latin language, isn't it? Now they changed the rules and regulation in the year 2011. That means Latin diagnosis or description is not mandatory. They can able to use the description of a plant in the English language or Latin for the publication of a new taxa. So they are given the art also, that article 39. No need to use only the Latin language. We can able to use the English or Latin language for the newly publication of a taxa. Then they given the another rules and regulation is one fungus, one name, and one fossil, one name are the important changes. And also the concept of anamorph and telomorph and morphotaxa have been eliminated. So the concept of anamorph and telomorph means for fungi and morphotaxa means fossils. So these characters are eliminated. Previously, that means sexual and asexual stages of the fungus and fossils were provided with different names, but now they changed it. The concept of anamorph and telomorph and morphotaxa have been eliminated. So they are given the important 2 mark question. What is anamorph and telomorph? Ana means asexual reproduction stage of a fungus. Telomorph means sexual reproductive stage of a fungus. So both the characters are eliminated, and also morphotaxa, anamorph and telomorph are eliminated from the ICN basic principle. The next one, the registration of a names based on the new fungal description. They require the use of the identifier from a recognized repository. That means if you are giving the new name to the particular plant, we have to recognize those new name in the repository. That means there is an institution. There are 2 repositories are there. One is the Index Fungorum, another one is the Mycobank. This is the rules and regulation is framed based on the 18th International Botanical Congress held in 2011, Melbourne, Australia. Is the important 1 mark question, and also the rules and regulation of the Melbourne ICBN, that means International Botanical Congress, is the important 3 mark question. The next International Botanical Congress was held in Shenzhen in China in 2017. This is said to be the 19th International Botanical Congress. The changes is also accepted by International Botanical Congress are yet to be published. So next we are going to see the common name of a plant or vernacular name of a plant. So vernacular names are otherwise known as common names. They are often descriptive, that is elaborative, and these descriptions are in the form of poet to refer the particular plants. These common names are referred for more than one plant or many plant based on the common name. These names are regional or local and are not universal. So in the particular area, particular region only, they are given the names to the particular plant, that is known as common name. It is not universal. All over the world it is not a common. It is common in a particular region or a locality. Example, Albizia amara. L means it was observed by the scientist Linnaeus. Belongs to the family Mimosae. Is called as Usilai in South Tamil Nadu and Turinji in North Tamil Nadu. See that one? Usilai plant and Turinji plant's binomial name is Albizia amara, observed by Linnaeus, but the common name is vary in different region. In South Tamil Nadu, it is known as Usilai. In North Tamil Nadu, it is known as Turinji. So that is said to be vernacular name or common name. Next, we are going to see botanical names or scientific names. It means each and every plant which are having the scientific name based upon the different taxa or characters. Based on the rules and regulation of ICN, each and every plants which are having only one scientific name. That scientific name is always consist of two names. That is said to be binomial. These names are all over the world it is accepted or applied. Example, Oryza sativa. The description of Oryza sativa paddy plant is given by Linnaeus. So they given the L at the end of the species. Is a scientific name of paddy. It is applied for all over the universe. So this is said to be the scientific name which consists of two names, Oryza sativa. That is said to be binomial name. Dear students, in some plants, they are having more than two names. The description phrase is also an elaborate one. Those names are known as polynomial. Example, Ranunculus, Calicebus, Retroflexis, Pedunculus, Falcatis, Caule, Erecto, folius, compositis. See the name of a plant, it's only the one plant name which contains more than two names. That is said to be polynomial or single plant which consists of many names. Each and every name which are showing certain meaning. First one, buttercup with a reflexed sepal, curved flower, stalk, erecto stem, and composite means compounded leaves. Folius means leaves, compositis means compounded leaves. So this polynomial system was not good. And also the remembrance of a name is also very difficult. So that this polynomial name is replaced by a binomial system of nomenclature by Linnaeus. So write a short notes on polynomial is the important 2 mark and a 3 mark question. That example of the ranunculus plant you should learn correctly. So the name of a plant is ranunculus, but nowadays it is modified into ranunculus, but in the olden days it consists of many names, each and every names which are showing certain meaning. Next one, binomial nomenclature. This was first introduced by Gaspard Bogin, and it is used or implemented by Carolus Linnaeus? Is the important one more question. They are asked introduced means answer is Gaspard Bogin. Implemented means Carolus Linnaeus. Each and every species consists of two words according to binomial nomenclature. The first word is known as genus and the second one is the specific epithet or species name. For example, Mangifera indica is the binomial name of mango. Mangifera is the genus name and the indica is the specific epithet or species name. So this system is used nowadays to classify the plants. This system is known as binomial system of nomenclature. Is another important 2 mark and 3 mark question. What is binomial nomenclature? The answer is the scientific name of a species consists of two words. According to binomial nomenclature, the first one is called genus name and the second one is said to be the specific epithet. Example, Mangifera indica. Mangifera is the genus name and the indica is the specific epithet is the answer for what is binomial nomenclature. Dear students, another important 2 mark question. What is author citation? So author citation means in the previous paragraph and all we have seen Oryza sativa followed by the capital letter L. I told you the description of a plant was first given by the scientist is known as Linnaeus. So to honor the scientist, the first letter of a name is placed after the end of the specific epithet. That is known as author citation. Dear students, the author citation is refers to valid name of the taxa accompanied by the author's name who published the name validly. Example, Solanum nigrum L. Solanum nigrum is the binomial name of Manathakali. The entire description of a Solanum nigrum was given by the scientist Carolus Linnaeus. So, after the end of the specific epithet, Solanum is the genus name, nigrum is the specific epithet, followed by the scientist name L. That is said to be author citation. It is divided into two types. One is the single author. That means the entire description of a plant is given by only one author. That is said to be single author citation. Example, Pithecelobium cinerarium, Bentham Mooker, a scientist, two scientists, one of the scientists Bentham. The short form is Benth is placed at the end of the specific epithet. Pithecelobium is the genus name, cinerarium is the species name, followed by the author, that is Benth. So, the entire description of a plant or a valid name is accompanied by, published by a single author. So, the abbreviated name, that means short form, is written at the end of the specific epithet. That is said to be single author. Multiple authors, that is more than one author which are giving the description of a plant. So the names are noted with the help of the Latin word it or and. That means they are different. Scientists are given the description means we have to write it and it or and. For example, Delphinium viscosum. Delphinium is the genus name viscosum is the species. The description of this plant is given by different scientists. Hooker, I told you, a scientist. The short form is Hook. F initial. Yet, that means two or more authors, Thomson. That is said to be multiple authors. Dear students, see the table column, different author and their standard form of abbreviation. Linnaeus means L. G. Bentham means Benth. William Hooker means Hook. Robert Brown, that means R.Br. J.P.L. Lamarck, Lamp. Then A.P. D. Control, DC. Wallich, Wall. Alphonse D. Control, ADC. So this is the different abbreviated form of author who was given the entire description of a plant. So after the end of the specific epithet, we have to write the author name in an abbreviated form. That is known as author citation. So next topic, we are going to see taxonomic aids. So these are all the different tools for the taxonomic study. Taxonomy means what is that one? Classification of a plant, naming of a plant, identification of a plant and description of a plant. That is said to be, what is that one? Taxonomy. For the taxonomic study, we are using different tools. Those tools are known as taxonomic aids. So for this taxonomic aids, we have to follow certain techniques, procedures, stored information are useful in identification and classification of organisms are called taxonomical aids. Very, very important. 2 mark question. These are all the tools for the taxonomic study. For that we are using certain techniques, procedure, stored information. These are all very much useful for the identification and classification of organisms is known as taxonomical aids. So these taxonomical aids are required in all branches of biological studies for the proper identification and for finding the relationship with others. Some taxonomical aids are keys, flora, revision, monograph, catalog, herbarium, botanical garden. So dear students, how the question will come for the question paper means, what is taxonomical aids? Give some example. So the taxonomical aids are, what is that one? Keys, flora, revision, monograph, catalog, herbarium and botanical garden. First one, key. These taxonomic keys are tools for the identification of unfamiliar plants. So these keys are used for the unfamiliar plants. Dear students, in your surroundings or an ecosystem, we can able to know the certain types of plants. Whenever we see the plants in any other area, we can able to identify the plants. Those plants are known as familiar plants. For example, jasmine, rose, hibiscus, then lily flower, like that, isn't it? Marigold, chrysanthemum. But some unfamiliar plants are identified with the help of the tool is known as taxonomic keys. So these keys are based on the character which are stable, நிலையா இருக்குது, and also reliable means we can able to follow, நம்பலாம் அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Okay. The most common type of key is dichotomous key. Dichotomous key means it consists of two contrasting character. It consists of two contrasting statement or a character. A pair of contrasting statement is known as couplet. That means a character which are showing the two contrasting statement, pair of contrasting statement is known as couplet. A single statement is known as lead. We are saying, for example, in a drama or a film, the hero and hero are known as pair, isn't it? That is contrasting statement. But individual one is said to be the lead role, male lead, female lead, isn't it? That is said to be the single statement. So the unfamiliar plants are identified with the keys by narrowing down the characters found in the plant. So each plant which are showing the pair of two contrasting statement, based on the contrasting statement, we are identifying the unfamiliar plants. Those tools are known as taxonomic keys. The example of taxonomic keys are flowers cream colored, fruiting calyx enclosing the berry. Example, physalis. Fruiting calyx means the fruit also contain calyx, first wall of a flower. Normally, the calyx are fall off once the fruit is formed, but in some of the plants, the calyx has grown along with the fruit development. That is said to be flowers cream colored, fruiting calyx enclosing the berry. For example, brinjal. Brinjal is a violet color, that is a fruit, even that is vegetable, but according to the plant description is a fruit only. At the base they are having the green color portion is known as calyx. So the another example is also given here, physalis. Okay. Then second one, flowers white or violet. First one cream color. Second, what is that one? White or violet. The fruit calyx is not enclosing the berry. That means calyx is absent. That is the first example. According to two different contrasting characters. First one is, what is that one? Fruit is enclosing with berry. Flower is cream colored. Second one, white or violet. But calyx is absent in the fruit. So these are all the two pair of contrasting statement. To identify the unfamiliar plants is known as one of the taxonomic key. Another example, corolla rotate. So rotate shape. Fruit is a berry shape. Berry na, for example, tomato. And the shape. I am not giving the example. Is a shape. Example, solanum. Then another one, corolla funnel shape. It's look like a funnel we are using to pour the water. Form or salvar form. Fruit a capsule is another type. So they are showing the different character. Third one, radical leaves present, flowers in racemose, fruits without prickles. Prickles means no thorns or spines. Flowers showing the racemose inflorescence. Radical leaves are present. Example, nicotiana. Another one, radical leaves are absent. Flowers are solitary, that means only one flower, that means cyme inflorescence. Fruits with prickles, that means sharp pointed thorns are present here. That is datura. So both of them is the unfamiliar plants which are showing two contrasting, pair of contrasting statement. Nicotiana tabacum means புகையிலை plant in பேரு. Datura stramonium, that is ஊமத்தம்பூ. Both of them belongs to the same family, but they are showing pair of two contrasting statement. That is said to be the taxonomy key. Then another type of key is also there to identify the multi-entry key or polyclave. So in the previous one, we have considered only the pair of two contrasting statement, isn't it? But here in the multi-entry key, we are comparing the many contrasting statement. That's why they are given numerous character state. So the user, that means a scientist, select the all states that match the specimen. That means similar character. The author collected. So this polyclave keys are implemented by a computer algorithm. So this is said to be the one of the taxonomic tool known as keys with the example. Second tool is Flora. So what is Flora? One more question. Is a document, that means written statement, of all plant species in a given geographical area. That means in a particular environmental area, how many plants are located. So the entire detail about the particular geographical area is given in the form of written statement or a document is known as Flora. See that one. Second line is also they are given the same definition. Flora consists of total number of species in an environment or area and gives information about only the flowering season. So based upon the flowering season, fruiting season and the distribution for the given geographical area, we are giving the description of a total number of species in the particular area. And also this flora gives details about the endemic species of that area. So endemic species means some species which cause problem in the environment. So those species is also identified by the flora. Example, Flora of Tamil Nadu Carnatic by K.M. Matthew. So that means the total plants which are present in the Tamil Nadu Carnatic is given by the scientist K.M. Matthew. This flora is also classified based on the scope and area covered. First one, local flora. That means it is in a particular limited area, usually state, country, city or mountain range. Example, Flora of Tiruvannamalai districts was given by R. Vijay Shankar, K. Ravikumar and P. Ravichandran. So that is said to be local flora. Next one, regional flora. It includes large geographical area or botanical region. For example, Flora of Tamil Nadu Carnatic by K.M. Matthew is the important one mark question in the year 1983. And also Flora of Madras Presidency by J.S. Gamble and Fisher. Next one, continental region is known as flora, continental flora. This flora covers the entire continent. Example, Flora of Europea by D.A. Webb, European continent. Okay. So the entire plants which is present in the European continent is given by D.A. Webb. That is known as continental flora. Then electronic floras or e-floras. That means what all the plants which are present in the particular area is digitized form, that is computerized form, and also the flora which is present in different region of the world is published on the online. Example, e-flora of a China. So this e-flora of a China, which gives the information and also function as an identification tool. So with the help of these e-floras, we can able to study the different plants and the distribution which is present in not only China and also different parts of the world through online. That is said to be e-floras or electronic floras. So dear students, these are all the different types of floras: local, regional, continental and electronic floras. Dear students, I hope have you all understood two type of taxonomic tools. One is the key, another one is the flora. Dear students, up to this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best children.